Hi guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to Random Lifestyle Vlog. If you're new here, this channel is about all things beauty. We talk about fragrances, makeup, skincare, we do some unboxings and a little bit of vlogging as well. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, do not forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. So today's video is going to be my empties for the month of February. And interesting story, this box was like literally almost empty, like just like 5 days ago or so, and I was really worrying that I might not be able to provide you with like proper February empties. But in the last couple of days I actually ended up using up a couple of products, so this is how it looks for now. So we do have some products. It's not going to be the longest video ever, which is probably for the best, but I do have a couple of products to show you. So let's start. So I'm going to start with my haircare products. Obviously my staple is back in my empties. This is Phillip Kingsley Elasticizer, and this is Egyptian Jasmine and Mandarin. So this is what it is. I use a lot of Elasticizer. I use it like once a week, and you know, my hair being like quite long, I would say, I use quite a lot of that, but it's just so amazing. So obviously most cases this will actually appear in my empty video. So next up I have these three conditioners by Polish brand Anwen. So this is the Emollient protein and hydrating conditioner, and you might be wondering why I need three of them, and here's the kicker. You actually learn so much using these products. It's just worth it just for learning how you should actually take care of your hair properly. These products are in general actually really good, so if you are able to test them out, amazing. I am pretty sure they ship to the European Union countries, and I'm pretty sure they don't ship to the UK. So if you can actually get these, I highly recommend to test them out, and if you can't, I still recommend to check their website just for like tips on how you should take care of your hair. You can actually find out a little bit about the PEH balance, which stands for protein, emollient, and humectants. That actually changed my life, literally. And also you can actually check your hair porosity. They do have their website in English, I suppose. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm going to link it down below in the description box. Just have a look. You might actually find out a lot about your hair. I'm actually even thinking about doing like a separate video about my hair care routine. This is going to be strongly based on what I learned from this particular brand. So yeah, I think I'm not really going to bore you with details in this particular video, but I think I might do something else about it. Okay, so that's that. Then we have a couple of, no, we have just like literally one body kind of product. And this is my natural deodorant by Kopari. And this is how it looks. It also says beach over here, so I'm not really sure what does that mean. I think it's the scent, because I'm pretty sure there is one without that sign here, and I think it just smells different, but I'm not sure because I never had the other one. This is one of my favorite kind of natural deodorants. It took me a while to get used to like that type of natural deodorants. They're more expensive. They're supposed to be better for, you know, my health. So I just decided to give it a go. It took me a while to get used to though, but I did, and I actually really like this one. So yeah, I am probably going to repurchase it at some point. Okay, so face. Okay, so I'm going to start my skincare empties with some cleansers. The first one, obviously one of my staples. We have some Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I love it, especially if I have to remove a little bit heavier makeup. So this is amazing. Another one of my ride or dies. I mean, I'm not even going to repurchase that because I have like a proper backup of these products. I think I have like 3 of them just waiting. So yeah. Next up I have something by Pericon MD. This is High Potency Classics Nutritive Cleanser. So this is how it looks, and I don't know if you can see, you probably can't, but this is actually, I haven't really used it up, so I'm actually decluttering it. I've used up like, I mean, it's like pretty much almost full. The reason why I'm decluttering it is just, I don't really love it. I don't really enjoy using it. There's nothing really wrong with that, but I don't know. I just don't vibe with it for some reason. I have a little bit of a problem with Perricone. I mean, so many people actually love this brand. For me, it's very hit or miss. Like, I do have products I really like, and there are some products that I just don't really vibe with. And this is one of those that I don't really feel any connection to. And, you know, having so many products in my stash, I just don't really feel like I want to waste my time on using something I'm not really 100% sure about. So I'm actually getting rid of that one too. I'm not going to throw it though, because it's a heavy glass bottle and it's pretty much full. What else do we have? Okay, so next up we have some Omorovita, and this is Queen of Hungary, but this is evening mist. So the difference between the classic mist and the evening mist is actually in scent. This smells a little bit different. It has this more like a relaxing, calming, almost like aromatherapy kind of scent. It was quite pleasant. I actually used it mostly for under my hyaluronic acid. So I just sprayed my face with it and then applied my hyaluronic acid on like my wet skin. It was okay. It was alright. Not something I would like repurchase. But what I do appreciate about this particular product is that this is like a proper mist. So it's like a very fine, gentle mist. You don't really feel like it's like a proper water splash on your face. I like it. I like it because, you know, when I see that this is a mist, I kind of expect a mist. I don't really expect like a proper water splash. So yeah, I like that. Okay, what else? Okay, we have some serum. So this is Sunday Riley Good Jeans. I really like it. This is something based on glycolic acid, obviously, so this is not going to be perfect if you have sensitive skin. I mean, I do have sensitive skin, but if you have sensitive skin as well, this is probably not going to be the best like introductory serum for you. It's always good to start with something more gentle, like maybe mandelic acid, and then just progress to lactic acid, and then glycolic acid is the strongest one. I do like it. I have some backups of this product, so this pretty much shows you how much I like it. Definitely something I could recommend, but just as I said, not necessarily as a first kind of type of acid. Okay. What else? We have some face cream. This is Pestle and Mortar Hydrate Lightweight Moisturizer. This is how it looks. And you know what? When I first got it, I was like, I don't think I'm going to use it. Like, I don't really like those like lightweight moisturizers, but I ended up using it up, and it kind of works for me when I'm using a little bit like heavier serum. So then I don't really want to apply even heavier moisturizer. I kind of want to be able to apply makeup on top of that. So, you know, it kind of makes sense to me. So these days I kind of do appreciate lightweight moisturizers a little bit more. I found a way to use them. So yeah, that was a good one. So next up we have a travel size from Dr. Barbara Sturm, an overpriced hyaluronic acid serum. I keep saying that this is overpriced because it is. I would never spend my money on it, but having said that, I do really like this serum. It's like a really nice hyaluronic acid that absorbs in your skin quite quickly. It doesn't really leave that kind of like real residue that sometimes happens, but still I don't really think it's worth the money. It's good though. I like it. Yeah. Okay, and I think this is the last but one facial kind of product. So here we have some pie. This is Rosehip Bioregenerate Oil. Yeah, this is how it's called. Fun fact, I actually decluttered that in the past. I decluttered it because what happened is, like, you should apply this on your wet skin and just let it absorb. And I don't really have like acne prone skin. I don't really usually have like breakout problem. So after applying this, it just broke me out so bad. Like, my skin was so bad I couldn't really believe. Like, honestly, like, how did that happen? Like, there are people with like oily skin type that actually love this product, and for me it was just awful. So then I googled how else you can actually use it, and there were some people recommending mixing this with your moisturizer. So I tried that. Same story. Okay, so I was like ready to give up. I literally decluttered it in one of my videos. I was like, no, I'm not going to use it. I do love the scent though, but I couldn't really find the use to it. Long story short, after decluttering it, I just kind of figured out that maybe I should use it the way I usually use my facial oils. like, yeah, kind of like a light bulb moment for me. So I did just that. I kind of literally applied like a couple of drops on my hands and just rubbed it in my hands just to warm it up a little bit, and then just pat it across my skin on top of my moisturizer, and that worked. Okay, no problems since that. So it just returned back to my collection, and now I pretty much used it up and it's ready to go in my empties. Yay. Okay, next up we have something by, I mean, this is by Deciem, which is like a kind of like the umbrella brand that owns The Ordinary and the Nude brands. So this is the Hylamide Glow Radiance Booster. Apparently it's DHA free, and it should give you like this glow and radiance. So this is how it looks. As you can see, it's pretty much almost full. The reason why I'm actually getting rid of it is that it does not really seem to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. So technically it should give you, oh, let me just read you the description here. This product contains a raspberry derived alternative to the self-tanning ingredient DHA. Wash hands after application to avoid any unwanted color built up over time. So the thing is, it does not really give me any kind of tanning results. I did not really look more glowy. I didn't look more radiant. If anything, it seemed to me like I looked more pale. But I don't think it was caused by this product, but it definitely didn't really do anything that was promised in here, at least on my skin. I don't know. Maybe it depends on your skin tone or skin type. I'm not really sure, but it didn't really do much to my skin. And I know maybe I didn't give it enough chance, but I was using it for like a week or so and I didn't see anything. Whereas with like your like traditional kind of tanning products, you can see the difference after like one use. So I'm too impatient for that. So I don't think I'm going to be using this anymore. So this is just going. Especially something that actually contains some liquid in it, but that's fine. Okay, so we have two more like kind of like skincare products, or maybe lip care. So these are two lip balms. The first one is Nuxe Rev de Miel Honey Lip Balm. Yeah, that's an English version, I suppose. And then we have the tiny little one, by Terry Balm. So I actually really like these. I keep them on my bedside table. I always use them before going to bed because I don't really like having this in my bag and just like, you know, dabbing my finger in it when I'm out and about, because it doesn't really seem very hygienic. So I like them both, although I don't really think these are very practical because I only can use them at night in this situation. But that's alright. I mean, I still like them. Okay, so we're left with like makeup. I'm going to start with something that's like somewhere between makeup and skincare, which is a primer. And the one that I have here is Avant Pro Perfecting Collagen Primer. So this is how it looks. And you know, I do really like Avant. I know it is overpriced and all, but I really like this brand. There are like so many products I actually really like. This is not one of them. Okay, I don't really find it. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. It doesn't really do anything as a primer, in my opinion. It doesn't really like smooth your skin. It does give you a little bit of hydration, but I have so many better primers than this one. So yeah, I used it a couple of times. I think it's probably like a half of the bottle here, but I don't think I'm going to use it anymore. And it's all like dirty. I don't know why it just got so dirty. I think it's because I kept it in my makeup bag. So I don't know if you can see all those kind of like I think it's like a foundation on it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting rid of that because, yeah, it's just not good enough in my personal opinion. Okay, so the other makeup product I have in here. Okay, let's start with this one. So this is Incredible, my first Love Bounce Blush. And I should have decluttered it in my kind of blush, bronzer, highlighter declutter, but I think I just missed that. I probably didn't find that. But yeah, this is the shade. I did use it a couple of times from what I can see. I mean, there are my fingers, fingerprints over there. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of this color. I'm not a massive fan of cream blushes like that. So yeah, just no point of like me keeping this. Alright, so we're down to last 4 products, and these are all brow products. So there's one I actually used up and 3 I'm just getting rid of. The one I used up is like this tiny little Benefit Gimme Brow Plus, and this one is in shade number 3. So this is that one here. It's definitely like a travel size or maybe even a sample, I'm not really sure. I do love pretty much any Benefit brow products, but when it comes to brow gels, I do prefer the translucent one. It just works better for me because I use some like brow pencil on my brows and then I just kind of settle my brows with the gel thing. But yeah, this one was alright. And then I have 2 brow pencils that I'm actually getting rid of for different reasons, but like the main reason is that they're not like, I don't really like them that much, but let's have a look. So the first one is, what is this? BBB London Ultimate Arch Definer in shade Saffron. So this one is actually quite cool because it has this kind of like a brush here. I don't know, it's actually quite interesting, but not very practical, but still. So the shade, this is like a very kind of warm shade. I'm going to show you. Very warm shade, not necessarily something I can imagine actually wearing. So I'm not even sure why I keep this. I've kept this for a while, I'm not really sure why. Completely not my type of shade. Next up we have this Winky Luxe, and this is Unibrow Universal Brow Pencil in shade Unknown. I honestly can't tell what shade that's supposed to be. Made in China? No, it doesn't mention it. This one has like a spoolie on this side, and then we have our liner, and this one I'm going to show you. Like, look how difficult it is to like draw anything with this. Like, yeah, you can build it up, but like you really have to like press really hard. So I mean, I don't really like to do that, you know. If this was like a very like kind of like a very precise liner, then maybe it will make more sense for this to be a little bit harder, but you really have to scratch your brows to get any kind of color out of that. So I don't really like it. And this one, this is like Sunkissed Easy Brow Pencil in shade, oh god, I just don't know. They don't really mention shades, do they? So I have no idea what the shade of that one is, but it has a spoolie as well, and this one is probably my favorite out of those 3. It is quite dark, it's probably like a good shade, and it's actually really soft as well, so you can actually it's easier to do anything about your brows with this one. I don't really mind it. I wish it was a little bit thinner because I do prefer like very precise kind of liners for my brows. And since I actually already have like a couple of like those thin ones waiting for me to use them, I don't think there's much sense for me to keep something I'm not like 100% happy with. But out of these 3, I think this one is actually the best, and I think it's actually the cheapest as well. So yeah. This is the last product in my February empties. What do you guys think? Have you tried any of these products? If you did, please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about them. Thank you very much for watching. For more beauty related content, check those videos here. I'm going to see you very soon in my next video. Take care, bye!